Today is Wednesday, May 27th. This is the 1967 Oldsmobile Toronado tilt and telescopic steering column. This is for my friend Barry in California. This is a level 5 restoration. Unlike a level 10 restoration, the exterior component heads have not been resprayed in the original number 10 sable black, as is the interior code in this particular instance. Otherwise, this is a fully restored column where all of the components have been taken down to discrete level and climatized with a corrosion-resistant surface treatment as depicted in videos number 1 and number 2. So this is the third video. This is the final embodiment. It's the third video out of a 3-video set. And I'm going to be doing a functional validation test, both mechanically and electrically. Okay, this includes a fully restored show-quality wiring harness that facilitates the tilt and telescopic turn signaling, which is different than the standard column turn signaling. And it also facilitates the hazard lights, the cornering lamps, the brake lights, and the horn, all of which go through this 9-pin arc connecting harness and 3-pin arc connecting sub harness. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is do the mechanical testing, and we're going to check the 5 degrees of freedom of the tilt feature. So full down, full up, partial down, and back to neutral. Okay, so that's the tilt feature, 5 degrees of freedom for those of you who are engineers and understand the concept of degrees of freedom, or 5 positioning if you're a layman for the tilt. We have a half turn lock unlock of the infinite movement telescopic neck. The telescopic neck, which goes from your nose to your toes back and forth, has 3.5 inches of travel. Quarter of a turn fixates it in place. Okay. Quarter of a turn releases it. Okay, so clockwise turn locks it, counterclockwise unlocks it. I'm going to go ahead now and lock it up. Okay, so that's the mechanical tilt and telescopic feature functions. Now I'm going to go ahead and connect my wire to the feed, and we'll be looking for this light bulb to come on. I'll be positioning the signals, and I'm going to press downward on the turn signal, which is indicative of a right-hand turn, and I'll be touching the wires that are specific to the right-hand positioning, and we'll be looking for the light bulb to come on. So right front, right rear, right front, right rear. If I touch the left, nothing happens. Okay, because we're in right-hand mode. I'm going to turn the spline, quarter of a turn, and we see that we get the automatic retraction back to neutral. So the cancellation cam is working and canceling the position and bringing it back to neutral. Now I'll go ahead and put the tilt lever up, indicative of a left-hand turn, and now I'll touch the left wires and the light bulb comes on. Okay, left front, left rear, left front, left rear, and if I touch the right, nothing happens. Okay, because we're in left-hand mode. Okay, quarter of a turn again, and the lever goes back to neutral. Now I'm going to go ahead and push in this knob over here in the back. This is for the emergency hazard features. Okay, so I pushed in the knob. I'll connect to the hazard power feed. And now we should be getting 5, we should have electrical continuity to 5 of the wires. Okay, so we got, excuse me, okay. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is the brake light. So in the emergency hazard mode, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's the left and right turn signals, front and rear, and the brake lights all flashing while we are in emergency hazard mode. Now I'll go ahead and I'll turn the spline, and when I turn the spline, we'll be looking for the hazard button to pop out, and it does so. Okay, so we've tested the turn signals, left and right, forward and rear. We've tested the hazard lights for braking, left and right, front and rear, And now we're going to test the cornering lamp. And the cornering lamp is facilitated by the three-pin arc connector. I'll go ahead and push it down to right-hand mode. I touch the right-hand wire and the power comes on. So now we're actuating electrical continuity to the right-hand cornering lamp in the front fender. I'll turn the spline, release back to neutral. Go ahead and make a left-hand turn, and there we go. With the left hand, and the right hand, of course, doesn't work because we're in left-hand mode. Okay, so we've tested all of the electricals for the turn signaling and hazard modalities. Now the last thing we have is the horn. So I'll connect the power feed to the horn, and I'll be coming all the way forward and be touching these 3 copper connectors, which is where the large conical spring engages. And when I do so, we see the light bulb come on. Okay, and this is how we test the electrical continuity for the horn. The horn contacts are part of and integral to the cancellation cam design. Okay, so we've tested the horn, we've tested the brake lights, we've tested the cornering lamps, we've tested turn signals front and back, we've tested the hazard mode where all 5 of the electrical connections are in synchronous union in terms of flashing in hazard mode, and we've tested the 5 degrees of freedom for the tilt and the infinite movement of the telescopic neck. So this is a level 5 restoration. The difference between a level 5 and a level 10 is the detailing, meaning it's not a show quality result because the external heads have not been sprayed. I went ahead and sprayed the tubular body. Normally I don't do that on a level 5, but this one was in such bad shape. But the shifting collar and the upper head have not been resprayed, and that's the difference between a level 5 and a level 10. So it is a level 5 complete restoration. This steering column will last another 50 years for my friend Barry out in California. And this will be going out to Barry as soon as I get his okay to ship reply confirmation. This is Eldorado, Georgia in Florida. I have over 375,000 original vintage parts from 1959 through 1976, all the way through 78 for the Eldorados and Tornados. I'm best known for my restoration of the Cadillac steering wheels, the tilt and telescopic steering columns, the power seat mechanisms, the instrument clusters, and other critical hard-to-source original vintage Cadillac components. I've been increasingly receiving columns for the Tornados, the Delta 88s, the Dynamic 88s, 65 and 66, 67 and 68 for Oldsmobile. So the Oldsmobile people have discovered me, and they're sending me their columns now as well, because the Oldsmobile is virtually identical to the Cadillac steering column for the tilt and telescopic. So that's it for today. This is Eldorado, Georgia in Florida. Thank you very kindly.